So good morning everyone, I'm Jessica from Vital Innovation Hub. So today I'll be sharing on the initiative that Vital is actually starting on to lead in robotics and automation for corporate services across the Singapore Public Service. So before I dive straight into what the UOC has shared about earlier on the centralized RPA infrastructure platform, I actually wanted to touch a bit more about Vital's RPA journey. And that's because Vital ourselves, having gone through the RPA journey, we can better understand what is the typical pain points and challenges that agencies face when trying to scale up RPA implementation and deployment. But with that said, I shan't go into all the details in the essence of time. But the key point that I wanted to bring out through this slide is to share that through this journey, Vital has actually gone through different stages of RPA maturity, and through that we actually experienced different challenges and different pain points as we go on the journey. And right now where we are at is actually we wanted to explore AI and machine learning solutions that can complement our existing RPA operations and to propel us into hyper-automation, be it for Vital or for government. And that's when we actually started to work on the centralized RPA infrastructure platform. So this is just to share some of the achievements that Vital have kind of achieved to date for our RPA journey. And with that said, like any other agencies, we are constantly looking at ways to improve and how to can achieve more with less. So, and that's really the point about why we actually wanted to set out the centralized RPA infrastructure platform, because that will actually help to support agencies in achieving more with less. So now many of you will be wondering what this centralized RPA platform is about, how can it do, and how can it help me to achieve this. So this is links back to the maturity stage that I talked about. In different agencies, you will be probably experiencing different levels of RPA maturity as you go through the whole entire RPA journey. And some of you may resonate with this because you may be just getting started, or you may be advancing towards intelligent or hyper-automation. So for agencies that is just getting started on RPA, the challenges that you face are relatively simple, especially if you're just looking at embarking on a proof of concept or pilot. But with that said, it isn't like super easy as well. Many of you will kind of identify with the challenge that is stated here. Like firstly, I need to have a business case for automation. After identifying process that's suitable for automation, how can I then train my officers in it? And there's also the technical questions that we have to resolve, like what listings, security considerations, how can I install and run robot software in government machines? At this stage, some may even actually think, actually is RPA the right solution for me? Because some have actually said that it's just an interim solution. So then I just want to bring up these slides to actually show you. Many of you here or your staff may actually be familiar with this scenario, whereby you actually have to draw multiple different reports from different ERP systems and reconcile them into a template just to upload back to the system. Or even just extract the data, clean and transform them, and to send them to email recipients, or just for further reporting to management. And all this is simply because the ERP system can't meet all of such requirements. So then I just want to take this time to kind of show that actually this is actually the kind of use cases that will actually motivate you to leverage on RPA technology. Because realistically speaking, can all ERP systems be enhanced to resolve the issues or the requirements that you want at source? No, right? And it does take some, and even if it does happen, it takes some time. So I think that's something that we all kind of know as well. So I want to use public transport as an analogy as well. So all of you will probably have taken MRT or buses before. But can you expect MRT stations to be built right next to each and every one of your house or apartment, even though you give every one of us the greatest convenience? So you know that this is not likely to be possible. And if you're staying some distance away from the MRT station, how then do you get to your next nearest MRT station? Usually you won't walk, you actually probably take a bus or bike to help you to get to your destination in a faster manner. So that's kind of the same logic for ERP system and RPA. So ERP system is like the fixated MRT location. So until government can build an MRT station that is nearer or right next to your house, you probably have to use RPA, which is like a bus or bike to get to the desired destination. So it's clear that there is actually a business case for RPA and possible use cases for RPA. Then how do you assess that the use cases are suitable for automation, and how can you train it, which is the questions that I shared earlier on. And this is where Vital have tried to help agencies, where we have launched a robotics and automation hub last year to provide easy access for agencies to actually take a look at the RPA scripts, resources, guides, So I hope you guys have the chance to visit the portal and you find it useful. Okay, I do see some notes there, so that's quite encouraging. So for agencies that find it hard to be useful, many of them will start thinking, other than this platform, what can I leverage on to accelerate my RPA adoption? Is there any ready-made solutions that I can tap on so that I can scale my RPA implementation faster? And all these are actually valid questions that you will have after you have successfully done your pilot and you are gaining confidence in RPA. So most of you will start to think, okay, what's next after the pilot? How do I identify more use cases for automation? How can I scale my RPA deployment with proper oversight? How can I enhance my current RPA setup and yet ensure there's compliance and compatibility in the government environment? And what will be the costs, efforts, and time that is needed for the transition, and how do I justify this? So I think, as Mark has shared earlier on, if you're using the waterfall approach, you know that it's quite a painful process and it takes a long time as well. And also, once you have actually done the enhanced setup, how actually will you maintain it moving forward? So all these challenges are not easy to overcome as well. And after you have managed to successfully overcome the challenges, you will then start to think about how can I accelerate the RPA adoption and implementation. And the questions will kind of evolve now to focus more towards how can I advance towards intelligent and hyper automation? What R&D tech can help me to complement my existing RPA operations and to accelerate my whole automation process? What set of requirements, costs, efforts is needed for experimentation if I want to do this? And what are the possible use cases for trial? And is there anyone that I can learn from? And all these actually are what Vital has encountered as well. So in a nutshell, what do we all want to help us in our RPA journey? So in the world where everybody wants just to move fast, right? So what we actually really want is a quick start up and a quick scale up, so that we can all fly high and fast without worries. And that's really what Vital's Central RPA platform is about. So currently, Vital's mode of RPA implementation is based on UiPath platform that is set up on on-premise with the products individually managed and installed. So some of the agencies who have moved past the stage of getting started, you will probably find that the setup illustrated on the left is similar to yours to a certain extent. Now let's take a look at the right-hand side of the slide. This is where Vital is moving towards in terms of our RPA implementation. Our future mode of RPA implementation will be a cloud-native central RPA platform deployed in a single containerized UiPath automation suite. This enables us to go beyond Vital to facilitate automation and facilitate scaling and adoption of automation for corporate services across the core government. And how we envision agencies can tap onto this platform is that you just simply procure your required software, which is the board and developer license, and just manage them by this platform. You can also continue to leverage and subscribe to our RPA-enabled line of services that will be operated by this platform. Other than that, Vital is also looking at setting up sandbox environment to actually within the platform to facilitate onboarded agencies to kind of experiment and try on the newer R&A tech that can be supported by the UiPath automation suite. And that's really one of the exciting capabilities of this platform. It's readily available sandbox environment for government agencies, will enable experimentation and upgrade to the latest product in an agile manner. You can look forward to experimenting with a suite of UiPath process discovery and understanding products to kind of optimize your process and accelerate automation. And you can advance your RPA journey towards intelligent automation by testing AI solutions such as UiPath Document Understanding, which Jessica Kim from UiPath will be sharing more during her presentation later. So other than enabling agility and tech exploration, there are also other capabilities of the platform that agencies can benefit from. First, as I shared earlier on, quick startup and scale up. Agencies can save time and efforts that you spend in assessing and doing the setup and scale of your own RPA infrastructure. And you no longer need to maintain the infrastructure moving forward and its capability as well as compliance in the government environment, because all this will be centrally deployed through the central RPA platform solution. Thirdly, with more agencies onboarding to this platform, tracking and insights of the boards and utilization can be done in a more consolidated and structured manner. Thus, this will allow a more comprehensive overview on the common automation use cases and on the level of RPA maturity across the whole government. Thirdly, lastly, all this will lead to a more centralized delivery of corporate shared services, where there are greater oversights to facilitate standardization of boards as well as common use case. So it's quite sweet and short, I hope. So with this, I've come to the end of my sharing about the Central RPA platform. I would like to invite all of you here to scan the QR code that's shown on this slide, or you can key in the URL directly, which is go.gov.sg/platform23. Yeah. So once you have managed to access this form, do indicate your interest, or you can just simply even share your feedback or thoughts about this platform. You'll be much welcome. So for agencies who have indicated their interest, Vital will reach out to you when we launch the platform and to share more about the onboarding process when we are ready. So I hope that my sharing has been interesting. And not to worry if you have questions about the Central RPA platform, as there will be a joint Q&A segment with Jessica Kim from UFR later. So I think without further ado, I'll just